Hi guys, welcome to the video. Today we're going to look at a few transfer tips and tricks. So we go to our finances and we can see we've got 6.8 million to spend on players. First things first, we're going to need to decide what positions we're going to buy for and what we actually need. So first thing you want to do is you want to create your tactic. Do a quick pick or pick your own players so you can sort of see the star levels of the players here and just see where we need improving. So we've got a really good striker up front. You can see maybe the midfield is an area that needs a bit of work. You can also check over here in the squad planner if we go to midfield. Although we've got a lot of midfield players, once you take these guys with too long short-term injuries out, you are starting to get lower and lower on the star rating. So I'd say midfield could probably get upgraded. So yeah, midfield. And actually I would say striker because these guys are more wingers, so you've only got one decent striker at the club. So there's a few little tips and tricks. Obviously we've not got the most money in the world, so the first thing I'll say you would do is go to the scouting section, players in range, and just see if there's any good players that are transfer listed. So this will show all the players on the transfer list within your scouting range. If you click this little wheel here, this is only showing players that are interested at the moment. If you come down to unsure, you'll get a few more players on the list. They might just take a bit more convincing to come to your club. So, as we've only got 6.8 million, we need to find a sort of cheapish midfielder and see what we can do. So, the first name on this list actually, Cagliardini, Inter Milan. Looks like a pretty good player, so we'd scout him. Let's just assume we've got his scout report back, because we can see here we've got stars for his role and duties, so that we know he would come in to our midfield and pretty much be the starting defensive midfielder if we wanted one. He's only worth 3.5 million, but we're not actually going to have to spend all that. So if we go to make offer, they want 3.5. Let's just go in with 1.9. And they're going to come back with a few suggestions. So they want us to pay 2 million up front, 1.5 million over 6 months, and then 375k after 50 league appearances. What I'm going to do is get rid of this, get rid of this. I'm going to lower this to 1.5. I'm going to add a percentage of next sale. I'm going to go to 50%. Basically what this means is we're going to buy this player for 1.5 million. They want 3.5, so we're going to save £2 million, but we're agreeing to give them, if we ever sell this player, we're going to give them 50% in the next transfer. If we buy this player and we sold him for say 10 million in 2 years time, we're going to get 5 million of it. They're going to get 5 million for it. In the long run, doesn't really help us out, but for now, when you're working on a budget, it will. So let's suggest these terms, and they've accepted. You can do this with quite a few players, for example. So we'll just cancel that one. And say we wanted to do the same with Ballo-Touré if we needed another left back. Transfer, make offer. Let's try 500k. Percentage of next sale. 50%. Again, they've accepted that. So for a combined total of £2 million, we would have got two players that originally they wanted 3.5 and 1.64. So that's pretty much for £5 million. We're paying 2, so we saved ourselves 3 million quid there. This only really works on players on the transfer list because the clubs want to get rid of them. So now we're going to come to guys that aren't on the transfer list. So we need a striker. So we're going to go for a new search on the shortlist. So we're going to go for a new search on the scouting centre. So we're going to go any positions, and this will automatically sort people in your scouting pool by sort of reputation and value. And again, if we take this down to doubtful, we might get a few more options. So bear in mind we've only got that 6 million. Say if we wanted a player worth 10.5 to 12.5 million, we looked at Morales and thought actually it's back up for Ivan Toney. This guy is really, really good and could provide competition and might maybe even start in front of him, but it's a shame we can't afford him because he's valued too much higher than what we can. There is a way around this as well. So we go to make an offer. For example, let's just say we are going to be spending that £2 million on those other two players. So we're down to about 5 million left. We can put in a deal of £5 million. Go to the additional fees, go to instalments, go to 12 monthly, and go to 3. And what we're going to do is, we're going to put this to about 7.5, the top end of this guy's value. Actually, let's drop it a little bit. Let's see if we can get away with 6.5. So what this means is we're paying 5 million straight away, and over the next 3 years, once a year, we're going to be paying them 2.16 million. That adds up to the 6.15. As you can see over here, these 2 millions will come off your next 3 budgets. Thing is though, you're going to be a Premier League club. The way FM works, as long as you stay up, over the next few years you're just going to get more and more and more money. So this is really nothing. And if it helps you out immediately, then that's fine. Let's just see if they go for it first. We'll hit suggest terms. Accepted. So we are getting around 5, we're getting about £15 million worth of player out of our original sort of 6.8 million budget. So just a couple of little tips there that can help you along the way. So a few free contract little tips and tricks that can help you get some players in on cheaper wages when you're down in the lower leagues. So this time we find ourselves at Harrogate. League 2, predicted to finish sort of bottom, second bottom. Supporters and board actually expect top half / playoff finish. You see we've got a really small transfer budget of 25k. And we've got about 9k left in the wage budget. So what you want to do for your lower league team is go to the player pool again of what you've got scouted. Put this to slightly interested, because you're not going to have enough money to attract some of these better players in, and you want to go to contract expired. You shouldn't ever really want to be spending any money on players when you're down at this level. Also, another little tip, your scouting range. This is how much the cost of something is per year and per month. Obviously, if you're a lower league club, you won't be able to afford this. But there's a bit of a glitch on the game where if I was to click on this today and go yes, as long as I turn this back before hitting continue, you won't get charged for it. So no money will come out of your club. So you can find a bigger pool of players to search from and find some bargains. So we'll do that. So we found the player we want. We want a new centre back. And we've come across Aliou Abubakar. Great jumping reach, great marking, great tackling for this level. Go to approach to sign the guy. Remove any promises. See if you can drop this down 1, so it will help you in squad dynamics down the line. Here we go, let's see how much money he wants. So he wants 1.6k. He wants a sell-on fee percentage. So what we can do if you want to lower your actual wage is come down a bit and then whack this up. Because lower league guys, you're probably not going to sell them anyway, so if you offer them a sell-on fee percentage of say 50%, if they ever got a transfer, you'd get half the money. They'd get the other half. But these are probably guys that could probably get released on the free as you make your way up the leagues. So we've dropped his wage, we've upped this. He still wants the same wage. It usually takes a little bit of finessing on your part. Just be really firm. He will gradually just come down and down. There you go. It doesn't work on every player like that, but you can see you've managed to save yourself £600 a week on your wages, and you can do that with most players. So we find Matthias Bursang Sorensen. So we go to approach to sign him. This guy only wants to be a fringe player, that's fine. We negotiate the contract. Again, wants way too much money. So what we're going to do is drop this right down to 1.5. We're going to add a wage after reaching international appearances. Now this guy's never going to play for Denmark. So we say after one Denmark game, yeah, you can have 2k, and there we go. So you've saved yourself £500 to £600 on what that guy originally wanted by just putting in an international clause. Again, just do this to players with a nation where you know they're not going to get called up. So you wouldn't do it, for example, maybe for like somewhere like Libya or Georgia, where they don't necessarily have the best national team. And that's it. That's just a couple of little tips and tricks I've learnt along the way. If you guys have got any more, chuck them in the comments. Right, peace out.